I claim thee for the world that thou hast made. Yes, it is the Supreme who has made this world. It looks as though he has made this world and abandoned this world, left it to its own fate. Savitri is telling that she would like to claim this world for the Supreme. He is here, he has created this world, he has to be here. I claim thee for the world that thou hast made. This is your creation. It is a mortal world, but that does not mean that your presence cannot be present here. This is what Savitri is telling. Transformed death. Savitri has entered into the transcendent. After vanquishing death, death who was presenting himself until now as embodied nothingness, is now presenting to Savitri as a tempter. Until now, death was telling Savitri that what Savitri was trying to do was a dream, was an imagination. She wanted to bring down truth in this world of falsehood. That is impossible. But Savitri shows her strength to him and he accepts it. He retires back into his original form. Yet he is still in the form of another death. He is still not accepting the validity of this creation. He thinks that this is a creation which cannot be redeemed. And because Savitri has won such a big victory, yes, she is now welcome to live in the celestial worlds. She can come here, she can be happy along with her husband in this world. Savitri was offered the boon of living in the transcendent with her husband. He says, receive him into boundless Savitri. Receive Satyavan. Let Savitri, boundless Savitri, receive him. Receive him into boundless Savitri. Lose yourself into infinite Satyavan. Let Savitri disappear into infinite Satyavan. In other words, this transformed death is not really offering anything to Savitri. Savitri is already a citizen of that world and he wants her to come and stay in that world, which is not really new to her at all. So he is not really offering anything new to her. Now this is a temptation and Savitri is alert to this temptation. She would not accept such an offer. She says, two souls saved out of this creation, out of this suffering world, will still live the world which is suffering. Nothing would change in the suffering world. Suffering world will continue to suffer. Two souls, Satyavan and Savitri, they will go and stay there, but then this world will remain as it was, a suffering world. She keeps her will, in spite of this big temptation, she keeps her will to save the world. Her concern is this world. Her mission is this world. She does not forget that mission at all. To save the world, to save man, to save this creation, that is her concern. And she is alert to that demand of her soul. Those creatures condemned to birth and death and tears need to be saved, not Satyavan and Savitri. And therefore Savitri tells the Supreme, if you are true, if I am true, then this world also must be true. Why do you say that Truth Supreme cannot live in this world? If we are true, then this world also has to be true. And that is her claim. Yes, this is the true world. Come and live in this world. I don't have to go and stay elsewhere. Yes, man is bound to humanity at the moment, but he has to go beyond that. There has to be something else here. A greater being must establish his presence here on this world, in this world. A greater being should arise from man, the immortal in earthly forms. It is the immortal who should live in this earthly form, not in heaven, but here upon earth. And this is my demand. This is what Savitri is telling to the Supreme. If this cannot happen, then this whole creation is a vain creation. It has no value. It is a vain creation. It is purposeless. And there is no point in making such a creation at all. But that is not true. If you are true, if I am true, then this creation also has to be true. And if this creation has to be true, then you must come and live here. If this cannot happen, then vain is this creation. Yes, that is Savitri's knowledge. Savitri is showing what is possible here, telling the Supreme Himself, this world, this creation is your own creation. It is truth itself in the process of a certain manifestation. And it is here you have to come and live here. This is the world plan. This is the very nature of things. This world has been built for a certain purpose of the manifestation of the possibilities of the transcendental spirit into this creation. She is not going to wait for time and God. Yes, this must happen now. She is demanding the presence of the Supreme Himself upon earth. She is going to force her will on fate, on circumstance, on time, on the Supreme Himself. She is not just pleading, but she is also asserting her will and telling the Supreme, look, it is here that you must come and dwell. I claim thee for the world that thou hast made.